May 20th, 2023. Just going to do another update, document the yard, and this is helping me compare years and see what's going on. So we'll go over a few things. Obviously, this is I'm on the south side of the front yard right now, and we're looking at one really large magnolia tree right next to the other large magnolia. Just freshly cut the grass, which is getting in better shape all the time. We're supposed to get some rain starting next week. It's been very dry. The holly tree is trimmed and in good shape. These 4 hollies in the center, going to do those next week. Just trim them. All the boxwoods are in good shape. I think there's 11 of them altogether. And here we have the turtles that our kids got us. I think that's Aaron. Pretty sure that's Mike. Pretty sure that's Kid Kelly from Kalamazoo. And I think that's Bridget. Better be Bridget. Okay, so here's some very nice pentas that are just continually growing. There's a honeybee right on the top there, which is really great. Getting a lot of honeybees, which is good. Hope they stick around because I planted blueberry bushes. They're not in bloom yet, but when they are, we need them to help pollinate. More pentas. I am doing a before and after on the flax lilies here. This is all the little stems that grow out of it, and some of these leaves that turn brown. You just pull them out, but it takes a good 10 minutes of plucking. This is all cleaned up. It takes about 10 minutes per plant. Got a lot of plants, so a little bit on the back burner, but it does look a lot better when you do it. So this lawn is a combination of Bahia and Bermuda, and it's a strong lawn that is doing really well. Here we've got this nice holly tree. What's cool is that I trimmed it lightly, but the berries are all out, and these berries turn a beautiful red. So I didn't want to clip the berries off, so I just took a light coat, and later on in the year we're going to see tons of beautiful red berries on this holly, all the hollies. This big puppy right here. The 5 Carolina Sapphire cypress trees are growing continuously. They're doing really well. The one in the back especially, which I'll probably get to, doing great. So here's a shot of the front of the house. Again, this is freshly painted last year, and the paint job looks new still. And here's my friend the magnolia tree, which is almost 5 times the size of when we planted it. And it was a good sized tree when we planted it, but now it's 10, 20, maybe 25 feet tall. Doing really well. Almost blocking out the telephone pole, which is the goal. Weeping Yaupons, which I have JLH trim. Probably going to need it in a month or so. And when they come here, I'm just going to have them do a couple other small things so I can utilize their labor productively. Don't want to have to make them have 2 trips. And they're always fair, and they're safe. And their quality is like a 5-star all the time. Here's another shot of the magnolia tree. Really cool. When I put this bed in right here with the curbing from Citrus Curb, And when we planted this magnolia tree, I had a sprinkler system put in here to irrigate, you know, all these plants. And also there's a dripper for this magnolia, which is really good because when they stay moist, slightly moist, they don't lose many leaves. The two that are on the other side, especially when the weather's dry, they shed pretty much all the time, so they need cleaning up, but it is what it is, as I've said a million times. Planted 30 azaleas a couple months ago, and they're all doing great, looking healthy. Don't have to water them now every 3 days or whatever, which I did for quite a while. I don't know, a month, every 2 days for a month. So here's the front. And again, the curbing, with the exception of getting run over on the other side, getting cracked, the curbing is really held up great. The color looks fine. When Citrus Curb did this curbing, they put a design in there, and all of this is the same color. It's all mixed cement, and then they score a line every 3 feet or so that if there is settling, it's not going to crack. What's cool about that company is that they, you know, what you can't see here is that there's a base from here to here. I'd say an extra 2 to 3 inches of cement. So when it's laid down, it sits on the ground, it doesn't sink. This is my little trick here of getting Lowe's bricks. At the time, I think they were $4 for $1, and put them in along the driveway so the mulch doesn't wash out. Up along the house, we've got all river rock, as you know, but and that prevents any washout whatsoever. The river rock is amazing. So my pentas underneath this weeping Yaupon. You can see berries starting here too. Let's see if I can catch some berries. Yeah. Let's see, where are we? Right here. These little berries, just starting to come. And they're a great source of food for birds. So the pentas are doing really great. I keep them moist. That's about it. And we got them all over the yard, and they're a very happy plant. Very sturdy. Highly recommend them for Floridians. They're just a really, really good plant. They last a long time. Some of them are perennial. So these are the flax lilies here in the front. That we've got a slight breeze today, so you can see them moving. The idea is to have motion in the front. And lily of the Nile, I'm going to try to find some more, but you know, slowly they're starting to spread. My objective here was to have this whole area lily of the Nile. So this is good. These flax lilies are doing fine. I planted more this year, transplanted, and you can see the detail of these pentas. If you haven't planted pentas in containers, you have to do it. You have to try it, because it's just a great regenerating flower that the bees like, and also the hummingbirds like. And we are getting a lot more traffic from bees and hummingbirds. So this is a whopper of a magnolia tree. You know, it's a good 16 inches, maybe even 18 inches in diameter here at the base. It's been here since 2008. Small little azaleas on both sides. Looking for a new welcome sign, but this is what we got for right now. That's fine. So this is the front. The the south side, all the way down to the fire hydrant, and the north side runs up to the telephone pole. So that's kind of a cool look of the front yard. Let's see what else we can take a peek at here. I know this is extremely exciting to look at. This tall grass, which is a natural grass, is doing fine. This live oak tree continues to grow like crazy. It's hard to tell, you know, you can't hear it or see it, of course, but man, what a difference, you know, especially the south side. It's doing great. Carport is as good as new, and we use it occasionally. We don't have any boats or anything like that, but it's actually quite handy sometimes when you have company. Yes, we have crows that love to there's one right there, good lord. You know, they warn the world because I'm walking around the backyard. And you know, they're birds, and it's funny, they try to get food out of the bird feeder, and they're too big. What they do is they take baths and they get stuff that's on the ground. Well, we have tons and tons and tons of birds, which is why we call this back area the bird room. So here we've got more pentas, new azaleas, more pentas. This is a relatively new bed. This yellow penta is doing fine, doing really well. Oh, we just saw a cardinal that saw me coming around and scooted. So this Fotilia, the red-tipped Fotilia, the red tips are starting to come. It does it about twice a year, and it's quite pretty. And there were some dead branches on these three, so I cut them lower to try to thicken up the center of this. But they're doing fine. The oak chips have done really well. Got a few things coming through, but I take care of that with weed killer, and also just cut them down with the mower. These are the perennial penta flowers, and they're growing good, doing fine. Here's a potted. This is supposed to be an annual. It's another perennial. A couple of annuals. We got some yellow mums here that are popping. This particular area gets more sun, I guess, but it's a very nice mum. Freshly changed bird bath. Freshly changed suet that the birds like. I had an extra one there, and I just stuffed it there for now, but I'll put it in my pocket and put it away. The dahlia flowers on the lanai are happy, easy to take care of. Basically, they don't shed at all, not at all. They just dry up. When the flowers get tired, they dry up, and you can just pull them off really quickly. Here's my myrtle oak, which is a very happy tree, growing like crazy. I think we've added probably 3 inches in diameter on the base. It's really amazing how fast it's growing, and probably 10 feet in the last year. And again, this is the live oak tree that is really magnificent, straight as an arrow, and still growing like crazy. Yeah, let's see, it's 10, 20, 30, high 30s, 35 to 40 feet tall now. You can see over the, let's try something here. The palm grove, the palmetto palm grove. That's a natural grove. Palmetto palms can grow up to 12 feet, and this is the maximum you can get out of palmettos. So that's doing really well. A couple live oaks that I cleaned up are doing really well. And I got two suet cake holders here. This one here holds like 3 full cakes, and this is a single, and they do the trick. More pentaflowers. So we got them all over the place. No butterflies today yet. These 2 little birds are fine. They're happy. Haven't moved. The lanai floor was freshly painted by Barry, our guy that helps us out, a handyman. He's a really bright guy. Does a lot of good work. Really nice man. This is last year's perennial penta, believe it or not. They still are hardy. I think these are root bound, so they do a lot better if I transplanted them. I just haven't. And here again, more pentas here. Whole idea is to attract bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds. So the azaleas that I've transplanted from the front, that original to the house actually, they're doing okay. One didn't make it, so I pulled it out. Here's the Carolina Sapphire cypress tree. It's doing fine. It's 50 inches tall. No, 45 inches tall. So that's fine. Doing good. And then our new blueberry plants, doing really well. Again, they like acidic soil, so I've got a lot of acidic type of material as a little bed here for them. I think that'll make the berries happy. And then I put some, just to match the color, I put some 3 bags of brown mulch on top. So they're good. Nice shot here of the majestic live oak trees. They're all different shapes. They're happy, doing well. Bluebird activity has been slow. I don't know if they've moved out or if they're coming back. Last year we had 3 birds in June. I know that they were building a nest. I don't know how that works. I don't know if they build the nest and then come back and have the babies. The more you know, the more you don't know, and I don't know. So we'll find out. These are called tea olive plants, which this little flower here is very strong bouquet. It's really nice. So you get I got one on both sides of the pool, so if there's a breeze you can get a whiff of those plants. This live oak tree is also doing great. And this guy is making a comeback big time. Doing well. Way behind the other 2, but so far so good. Doing well. So that's it. Gonna get cleaned up, rest a little bit, and then go hit the gym. And thanks for looking. Appreciate your subscribing and any comments or questions. Thank you. Have a great day.